What's going on, CH Aquatics? How you doing? Pretty good, huh? Oh, what's up, Drew? How you doing? I don't know if you guys know or not, but we got a tournament in Connecticut, September 6th. It's gonna be a charity event. It's gonna be a good time. I know it's a far drive, but maybe we'll see you there. And also, I don't know if you guys if you heard or not, but there's going to be super matches the day before. There's 8 matches on the card. It's gonna be a good show. So let's see. These are the matches I remember. They're not going to be not played in this order, but this is how I remember. So we have Paul Passmore versus Justin Bear, left arm. That's going to be one of our main events. That should be a very good match. I've only pulled Paul Passmore once, and it was just during a warm up, and he felt pretty good. I've personally never pulled Justin, but I know these guys have been talking about the match for a while. Both these guys definitely wanted to pull each other, so it's going to be a left arm match. Also, Paul has a second match on the card. He's also going to be pulling James Clark, right hand. Both matches, if I'm not mistaken, have a weight cap of 242. Next, there's only 2 athletes that have 2 matches. The first one is Paul, and the second one is the High Chief, Ron Columba. He's going to be pulling. Actually, I take that back. Black Ice has 2 matches because Black Ice and the High Chief are going to be pulling left and right. So I'm excited about that match. I've been pulling with Chief for I would say at this point most of my career has been training in the dungeon, training with Chief. Recently I've been taking the trip down to Pennsylvania. I pulled quite a few times with Black Ice, and I think they both have their own ways. I think they have where to take it in order for the match to go. Meaning like one's got the hit, I would say. One's got the speed, and one's got the endurance advantage. So I'm excited about this match. Also, too, Chief is going to have home field advantage. It's going to be the super matches are going to be in the dungeon, so at the actual location where Chief trains every Saturday. So I wonder if there will be a home field advantage, if he'll get a power boost, pulling in the dungeon. But I do know Black Ice definitely wants this win. To the best of my understanding, they have pulled multiple times throughout the year, and I don't think Black Ice has ever gotten a win on Chief. So last time I talked to Black Ice, he really wants this win. So now let's bring it over to our ladies match. There's one ladies match on the card. The athletes are going to be Kyla Ward and Candy Passmore. It's going to be a best of 5. I have to double check. They either are meeting at 140 or I think they're meeting at 140, possibly 150. I got to double check, but I think it's 140. Yeah, I'm excited about that match too. Kyla has been, in the women's category. She's been on a tear up here in the Northeast. I don't think I've ever seen her get pinned right arm. This is going to be a right arm match. But I know Candy has she's going to have the experience on her. So this match could go either way. I'm excited. You know, I'm excited for this one. So far of the matches that I've said, who do you guys think are going to be the winners? Who do you guys think is going to win? So let's see, what's next? The next match that pops in my mind is Sam Mitchell is going to be pulling Brian Malek. That's also going to be a right arm match. One's a hooker, one's a top roller. It should be very, very interesting. I know Sam has been very active recently. He's been going to all the tournaments. Any tournament I've been at, I've seen Sam. I know he's had matches. Brian is just getting back. I messaged him. It's got to be at least 3 months ago, at least. You know, so I know Brian has been training hard. You know, he wants to show up in great shape for this match. And if I'm not mistaken, I think this match has a weight cap of 165. I want to say this match has a weight cap of 165. There's only 2 matches on the card without a weight cap. And the first one I already said, which is Chief and Black Ice. There's no weight cap on that match. Both athletes can show up as big or small as they want. The next match with no weight cap is going to be the handicap match, the 3 versus 1. It's going to be the team of Damien, John, and Andrew. There's some of the top guys from the Northeast. I know John and Damien are from Massachusetts, and Andrew is from Pennsylvania. And I will be pulling them in a 1 versus 3 match. The way the match is gonna go, there might be some changes, but the way the match is gonna go is I will be given 2 pins. Each athlete will be given 2 pins. So once an athlete is pinned twice, they're out of the competition, out of the match. This will be up to the team. What I was thinking is every round, so round 1 will be athlete A, round 2 will be athlete B, and then round 3, athlete C, and then, you know, repeat. If an athlete decides to stay in and go back to back, that's up to them. They will have the option to, you know, change athletes. Even if they want to move things around, they can go, you know, if they want to go athlete A, athlete B, athlete A, and then, you know, athlete C, they can do whatever they want. But the way it's set right now, if they just choose to go the way it's, you know, without any changes, it will be athlete A round 1, athlete B round 2, and then athlete C round 3. So that's very interesting. You know, this should be an interesting match. You know, I've been training hard for this match. It's gonna be a good time. What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about the handicap match, the 1 versus 3? You guys a fan of it? Not really. Yeah, I'm curious to know what the people think. You know. Yeah, let me know what you think. Now, actually, if I'm not mistaken, I think my first ever super match was a handicap match. It was at uh, Dan the Nightmare's uh, picnic practice that he has in. He does it like once a year in Long Island, but we did like a 1 versus 7 um, at that picnic practice. So it's kind of like bringing back old memories, you know. The only difference between this handicap match and the first one is the match September 5th. The athletes are going to be a lot bigger. They're going to be a lot heavier. The let's see, there's 3 guys. I know Damien and Andrew are both 285. And I want to say John is 260, if I'm not mistaken. I think John is 260, if I'm not mistaken. John definitely has the biggest arms amongst the 4 of us. I think he's got like 21 or 22-inch arms or something crazy like that. But it should be a good time. Let's see, what else am I forgetting? Another match on the card is going to be Brandon Peasley versus James Mason. That's going to be a left arm match, best of 5, and a weight cap at 220. Both these athletes are number 1 in 220 in their respected state. Brandon Peasley is number 1, 220 in Connecticut, and James is number 1, 220 in Vermont, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, both these guys are young and hungry. They're both very, very fast. Both got good hits. Now, I feel like I'm forgetting one match. What match am I forgetting? Oh, how could I forget this match? This is actually one of my favorite matches. How could I forget it? Ron, the Assassin, Ermini versus Bill Sinks. Now, a lot of people don't know, but the first team I ever trained with was with Ron Ermini, the Armbenders. My first practice was with Ron Ermini at the Armbenders, and I would say at least my first year of practices were in Ron's garage with the Armbenders. So I've been excited about this match. One thing that I was kind of surprised about is a lot of people are saying that this match is the most mismatched match there is, which I guess I could see it. You know, recently Bill has been more active. He's been, getting around more. But I don't think people I keep on saying it like this. Ron, I've only seen him one time in my career show up as the Assassin, and that was 2020 when he won golds at the IFA. He showed up, and that was the Assassin. Most people have only seen, the fun version of Ron, where he shows up and just has some fun. I think at this match you're going to see the Assassin. It's going to be, Assassin's training. He'll be at practice tonight, getting ready for his match. I'm very excited for this match. Both guys are similar styles, but different. both guys have a very large hand for their weight class, or even just in general. But for that 220 class, they have, you know, hands bigger than super heavyweights. So it should be a good time. Now, I think that's all of them. I think that's all 8, if I'm not mistaken. So let's talk about the tournament. The tournament is going to be Saturday, so the day after the super matches will be the tournament. The super matches will be in Portland, Connecticut at noon, and the tournament will be in Oakville, Connecticut. Weigh-ins will be 8 to 11 a.m. The tournament is going to start at noon. We will have a final, any final rules meeting for the tournament at 11, around 11ish, in case there's any questions for, about the rules. Tournament starts at noon, and then we're gonna take it from there. I'm excited for the tournament. I think it's gonna be a good weekend. It's gonna be a good time. We are inside this time. Last year we were outside. This year we'll be inside, so you guys have the AC. One thing I would like to try to do, mostly for fun, is I would like to try to have a giant after pool after the tournament. Have a giant after pool. So during the after pool in the tournament, if anyone pins my left arm, they will get a free ticket for the next pay-per-view event to watch in person. And so the first person to pin me left will get a ticket for next year's pay-per-view. Or actually, not next year, whatever the next event will be. Also, too, if you're planning on going to the super matches, there's going to be a little after pull, depending on what we have left for time. Because I have to be at the gym. I have to be at the gym at 7 p.m. to start setting up for the tournament. So I'll probably have to leave. I'll have to leave Portland no later than like 6:15. That'll probably be the latest I could leave Portland. So I'd like to have an after pull with all the guys in the super matches. The dungeon itself, if you're an arm wrestler, you really appreciate the dungeon. It's kind of like an arm wrestling museum. If once you walk in, and you'll see it, there's arm wrestling memorabilia from the 70s, 80s, 90s, all the way up until now. So let's talk about the golden turtles. I don't know if you guys have ever seen a golden turtle, but this is what they look like. Look like this. Now, this is solid gold. If you're a fan of gold, you guys can get to the Turtle Man 2. And if you have a good day, you can win one. First place gets you a gold turtle. Now, I don't have any on me, but this year we're going to have silver turtles for the second and bronzes for the third. Instead of last year, we had medals for second and third. This year, we're going to add silver and bronze turtles. Let's see. What else about the tournament? Let's see. I think I kind of covered everything I covered everything I was gonna cover. If you guys have any questions for me, let me know in the chat. I'm gonna hop off in a few minutes. So if you got any questions for me about the super matches, about the tournaments, anything like that, let me know in the comments. I'm gonna hop off in like a couple minutes. So I'm getting ready to train. Also, too, if you're in the Connecticut area today at 5 p.m., there will be practice in Watertown, Connecticut. So if you guys want to practice, um, you could shoot me a message on Facebook or Instagram. Instagram is Team Stone, and Facebook is just my name, Nicholas Stone. But all right, guys, I think that's it. If you got any more questions, shoot me on Facebook or Instagram. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you around.